Hey guys, my name is Masemo, also known as Miss Lion Hunter on the internet. I am so glad that you're here and I hope you stay a while. Let's get into today's video. So today's video is in response to how much you guys loved the spring bedroom refresh. I loved it too. And thank you so much for watching that. Thank you so much for engaging in all the comments and all the love and all the suggestions. But you guys were very much interested in the bed. I get it. That's my favorite girl. You wanted to know if I had any footage of me reupholstering the bed. Of course I do. I shot a reel for it last year when I did it. And so, yes, there's footage, and I'm going to share that with you guys today. To start, let me show you some of the tools that I used for the whole process of reupholstering my bed. I needed to, firstly, disassemble the bed. And I am one of those people that when I put something together, I keep the tools that, I use in that process. So I definitely had like the Allen key kept with me because I knew that at some point I would need this, not just for like disassembling the bed, but also just to like tighten some of the bolts because they do get a little loose sometimes. So I had the Allen key. But if, let's say, you have a bed that you want to reupholster, but you don't have said Allen key, you can definitely just go to Home Depot and get you one of these. This is just it's like a set of them of like different sized Allen keys, and they range from like kind of slightly bigger ones to smaller ones that are on this side. So, you know, and they're actually not badly priced. I don't think I spent more than like, I don't know, $12 for a set. There's actually two of them. So, yeah. I also have a drill set. So, I have a drill that I got from IKEA. And this drill, it's portable. I just recharge it and like get it to a full charge, and then I can use it for like a really long time. So I have that in case like I don't really want to fight with the Allen key. She comes in real clutch. And that's about it actually for the disassembling of the bed. I just needed the Allen key and I needed my drill. Now, for the actual reupholstering of the bed, I have a handful of tools that I use. Of course, a pair of scissors because you're going to cut the fabric and make sure that you um, cut it to the right amount for your headboard and any of the other pieces that come with the bed. Also, I have a staple gun. Love the staple gun. I have had the staple gun for maybe like 8 years. I've had it for like a really, really long time, and it has hung in there. Like I've never needed to replace it. And then it comes with its own staples. Now, when you are buying a staple gun, make sure that, no, when you're buying staples, make sure that you're looking at the information that's on the box, um, so that you match that to your actual stapler. That's about it that I needed. I didn't need much else because literally I was just stapling the fabric on there. I didn't need to take any staples out. If I had needed to take staples out, I would have probably used it's called a flathead screwdriver. Flathead screwdriver or flathead driver? I think it's flathead screwdriver. But it literally has like the flattest kind of edge, and you shimmy that like under a stapler, and then you just kind of continue to shimmy it, and then it loosens the staple. So in case you need to remove some staples, keep it in mind. You need a flathead screwdriver. Okay, so now that I've shared with you all the tools that I used, let's get into the video of me actually reupholstering my bed. This bed, when I tell you that the moment I saw this bed, it had a chokehold on me. I remember shopping for a bed a few years back, and I was on Wayfair and I was like browsing through hundreds and hundreds of beds. The second I saw this, I knew. I knew that that was the bed for me, especially with that blue velvet. I was gagged. Um, it actually also comes in different colors. I think there's like a light pink, there's a gray, there's a black. Those ones didn't really speak to me, but the blue, especially at that time with my old place, I was still in my old place, and it was still very much um, color heavy, and it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect for that room. I actually put in some photos for you guys to see, um, like what it looked like in my old bedroom. So, first things first is I have to disassemble the bed. And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my iPad watching the video. um, I had to disassemble the bed, and I thought it was going to take a really long time, but it actually didn't. And I think that's just because um, I'm one of those people that when I put something together, it's kind of locked in there. And I have like good muscle memory, so like I know like how to take things apart. So that process actually didn't take that much time. And then came time to actually start to cut out the fabrics and sort of measure it up to the pieces that make up the bed. Now, when I went to buy the fabric, also debated on that for like a really long time because I knew that it had to be the fabric. And so I searched and searched until I found this one. And it literally like spoke to me when I saw it. And uh, thankfully, it was also on sale at the fabric store because normal price, I would have had to think about it. So it was on sale, got it on sale. I think I got 8 meters, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was eight. I think it was eight. And loved the tones of the fabric. I have, my previous place was very much like color heavy, print heavy. And when I moved to my new place, of course, wanted to kind of um do like a mini reimagining of like my aesthetic, and I wanted to work with more black, which is something that I never did. So having the black sort of be the main color of that fabric was like top notch, and then still have like a little bit of personality in the colors and the leaves and the pattern of the fabric. So yes. um I did not do any measurements. I literally would just put the fabric down, put a piece of the bed down on top of it, and then just cut. It was just, when I tell you, this is one thing about me. I am such a lazy DIYer. As long as it comes out good in the end, like I am fine. I'm okay with kind of cutting corners. I'm okay with not doing it perfectly. Like I'm fine with that. So this was one of the ways of me not really paying that much attention. I was just kind of winging it, bed down, cut the piece. I'm like, oh, it's gonna fit. Let's move on. um, I did pay attention to um the corners of some of the pieces just to make sure like the corners were really aligned, the folds looked really good and well finished. That, yes, I am particular about that because I still want it to look good. But in terms of what was not seen, none of my business. Okay. um the one thing that I remember feeling as I was reupholstering this bed was that my back was killing me. And I wish I had had like, it actually made me wish for a home that has like a she shed in the back where I have like this high like work table and I can just like put everything on there and I don't need to like bend down as much because I'm 5'11", like she's a tall girl, and there's a lot of distance going all the way down just to get to the bed and the fabric. But that was like my main thing. That was my only complaint really. But apart from that, everything else was like pretty smooth. Now, I know that I saw that in the comments that like some of you guys were a little concerned about my choice of fabric in reference to the rug. Girls, let me tell you, I love that juxtaposition of like, um, a more modern print on the bed and like a more, um, what would I call it? More like classic, more like a classic print on that rug. I'm okay with that. I love that contrast. It actually makes me so happy. And another thing that I saw you guys talking about in the comments in reference to the colors in my bedroom was that like there was quite a bit of like neutral tones. Let me tell you. Oh, I mean, you already saw the photo of like my bedroom before. She's a color girl, has always been. You'll see it in my living room one of these days. But I needed my room to be as neutral as I could get it. And it has been the most calming thing for me. My bedroom is such a sanctuary for me. And every time I walk in there, I'm just like, bliss. I love it. So I don't think I'll be adding any more color in there, at least right now. It's just not where I am mentally. Um, but maybe in the future, who knows? Okay, so back to the reupholstering. Um, but yeah, that is the reupholstering process. It looks easy, and I think it does because I have reupholstered a few things in my life. So I have mastered that, like just kind of going ham and doing what I gotta do. But let me tell you something. After you kind of reupholster one thing, you're like, oh, I got this. This is easy. It gets so much easier. I hope this encourages you to maybe take a second look at your bed and be like, can I switch it up a little bit? Also, because of the way that I did my bed, that fabric, I can take it off like just like that. I did not mess up that blue velvet because it is stunning. It's just not part of my aesthetic right now, and that's just life. Uh, Maybe in the future I could be like, oh my gosh, I need more color again, and then I will remove the printed fabric and get back to the blue velvet. So uh, it did not mess up anything. Which I'm happy about because also if I decide to sell the bed at another point in time, whoever gets it will absolutely can absolutely choose what they want, either the blue velvet or I keep the fabric on there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little breakdown of me reupholstering my bed. It is absolutely doable. If you have help, get help. That will just make the process even better. But I hope this inspires you to switch up something in your home. It could be your bed, which is, yes, a big endeavor, but it could also just be something as small as a futon or like an accent chair. And always check your local fabric store to see what reupholstery fabrics they have. My fabric store, I go to Fabricville, which I think is only Canadian, if I'm not mistaken. But Fabricville, at least the one in my city, uh, those are my girls. The girls that work there are my girls. I have known them for like, I want to say more than a decade, some of them, because they helped me when I started out, when I had my line of handbags like a lifetime ago, and they helped me out a lot. So whenever I walk in there, it's always just like, feels like family, and I can ask so many questions and show them my ideas and like my mood boards and like have them chime in. So they are great people. Always ask your people at the fabric store. They want to be involved in your projects. Trust me, they do because they are also projects people, right? I remember in the last video, I actually was talking about how the pizza slices, um, how they normally fit into the bed. I couldn't do that because the wall wasn't wide enough. So you can actually see me hide the pizza slices behind the main headboard of the bed. Um, but aesthetically, it still looked good. Like it wasn't that obvious that like the pizza slices were not attached to the headboard. So loved it. Still am in love with it. Rambling. I'm gonna go. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for sticking around and for watching. And I will see you guys in the next video.